Alperen Sengun returns, and the Houston Rockets chalk up another W. Let's talk about it. What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Summit State of Mind podcast, brought to you by the Apollo Podcast Network and sponsored by Underdog. Make sure to download the app Underdog, and when you use promo code SUMMIT, to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code SUMMIT. Shout out to Underdog for sponsoring the episode, and shout out to J-Bar M Barbecue, the Michelin-rated J-Bar M Barbecue. Minutes from Toyota Center, minutes from us over here at Apollo. Make sure to go check them out and make sure to make them your pregame destination before every single Houston Rockets game. Today is December the 12th. I actually had to look at my phone just to make sure. And if you guys notice, I have to apologize to you guys. It is just me, GM, today. DJ was a little busy with life. Everyone else, I have no idea what's going on with them. Everyone's busy. I'm here with Kike, the producer. He's here behind the camera. He'll wave to you. I'm waving at him. But last night, your Houston Rockets got another W after, 5 days off? I think the last game the Houston Rockets played was Saturday, December 6th, so it was 5 days. The Houston Rockets homed, brought in James Harden, and the 6-8 or 6-18 LA Clippers, they're doing pretty bad this year. But your Houston Rockets played last night. Alperen Sengun returned and had himself a great game. He had 22 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists in his return. Amen Thompson had himself another near triple-double, 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. And I want to give a quick shout-out to Jabari Smith Jr. with 18 points and 10 rebounds. Last night's game was a lot closer than it should have been. The score was 115-113. It was kind of a back-and-forth battle amongst two teams. It felt like a heavyweight fight that shouldn't have gone down to the 15th round. But that was the kind of game that we played. All the veterans, Kawhi, James, Ivica Zubac, I think that's how you say his name. No disrespect, Zubs. But each had big games against the Houston Rockets. And after 5 days of rest, the return of Alperen Sengun, I thought that there was going to be a lot more energy coming from the Houston Rockets. But the Los Angeles Clippers played a very good game, and they came prepared to come here in Houston and try to play spoiler to the now 16-6 Rockets. It was a game in which it was a back-and-forth battle. The Clippers were leading most of the third quarter, but Kevin Durant decided, you know what? I think I'm going to score about 14 points in this quarter and get us back into the game. We were down like 8 to 10 points in that third quarter until Kevin Durant decided to take over, which is what we needed. Before the guys decided to step up into the fourth with Aaron Holiday and Reed Shepherd making big shots, and then Thompson playing amazing defense as he's done all year long. But it just felt like the Houston Rockets didn't come with the energy that I anticipated. It just seemed like the rest may have got to them. Or maybe they played a little lax because the LA Clippers are, let's just be honest, they stink. PU. They're a terrible team. They're old. They can barely move. They're slow. James Harden, he still scores. Zubac still grabs boards, and Kawhi Leonard plants trees. This is what they do in LA. But, kudos to the team, the Houston Rockets. I mean, Sengun returning, we had some very strong possessions with him in the paint. He did a great job of finding his guys, even though he only had 5 assists. We got to give credit to Sengun. He was one of the engines that helped bring us back to the W, bring us back to the side of victory, which we needed, especially after that terrible loss we took against Dallas, which was a trap game, I might add. But it just felt like every punch that the Clippers threw, the Houston Rockets had a response. And it was just one of those games where a bad team will play up to the good team and show a fight. But the good teams, not good teams. The great teams find ways to get W's even when they don't play their best. I mean, KD only gave us 19 points last night. It just wasn't his best performance. It wasn't everyone's best performance, but the guys collectively put it together. I mean, Aaron Holiday finished, I believe, with 11 points. Reed Shepherd had 12 points. It was just one of those games of where we needed every piece of production from everybody. And that's exactly what we needed in order to get the W. Okay, no, I was wrong. Reed Shepherd with 10 points and Aaron Holiday with 13. Those guys came to play. And it felt like with the team coming out a little slow and allowing James to get comfortable, Zubats dominated in the paint. My man was all over the boards. He didn't grab many boards. He only grabbed about 7 boards, but 33 points for the big guy to lead all scorers in the game is kind of wild to me, considering how this team plays. But the story of it just felt like the Rockets overall were able to overcome what was a good Clippers response in regards to them coming to Houston and just trying to be the team of spoiler. But how I feel in this regard for this game is that it's another W. It's not a W that we have to, I wouldn't say push aside per se. In my opinion, I feel like this game didn't need to be something that has to be like, oh, are we in trouble? No, maybe. But I think in certain areas, of course, there are things at which we need to improve. And we had a lot of turnovers. I remember one point we were leading the game in turnovers. We had 13. But I think, hold on, we had 18 total turnovers last night. The Clippers had 15. The turnovers were the bane of our existence. I mean, you had 5 from Durant, 4 from Jabari Smith Jr., and 5 from Sengun. When 14 of your turnovers is coming from your starting front court, there was a problem. I mean, we even had a possession where we were up by 3 and Alp got the ball stolen from him, and which led to an LA Clippers 3 to tie the game. And it felt like every time the Rockets were able to get over the hump, there were issues in which the Clippers were able to come back. But thank goodness for their sloppiness at the end of the game. Shout out to Nicholas Batum for stepping over the line. I wasn't sure if it was stepping over the line or calling a timeout, but they were out of timeouts anyways. So it just felt like when bad teams are put in situations of trying to be clutch, it's where teams kind of like teeter around choking and, wins and losses. That's where they're made, and that's why the Clippers are not very good currently, and the Houston Rockets are 16-6. Those are the differences in okay teams and great teams, but we'll overcome that. Last night's game shouldn't be a complete representation of the season, but there are definitely some troubling things. I did see some stuff this afternoon pertaining to the point guard situation. But before we go talk about the point guard situation, let's give a quick shout out over to our sponsors, Underdog. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action, whether you're into basketball, football, hockey, or any sport in between. Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action all season long. Let me tell you, playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. That's right, 5,000 times your cash. This week on Underdog, I'm not going to lie to you, I have a couple of picks for tomorrow night's NBA Cup semifinal. I'm going to go to the Western Conference because I feel like there's going to be a lot of action for tomorrow night's game. You know what? SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 31.5 points. You know what? Your boy's going to go higher on that. All right? SGA is one of the top scorers in the league. He's the reigning MVP. And I know for a fact that this man wants to win another NBA Cup for Oklahoma City. And let me say this. Stephon Castle, 5.5 assists. I'm going to smash the higher on that one as well. You know why? Victor Wembanyama is back. And if everything goes correct, he'll be there. And Stephon Castle playing with Victor Wembanyama, it's a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. I'm telling you. So, download the app today and use promo code SUMMIT to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code SUMMIT. All right. I know DJ's not here, the Big Goose, but he's here somewhere. Take it away, Big Goose.
Download the app today and use promo code SUMMIT to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code SUMMIT. Underdog. Make picks, win money. You must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 and older in Colorado for some games, 21 and older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. If you're concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. And if you're in New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or just text HOPE-NY 467-369. Back to you guys.
Thanks, DJ. What a great job. And again, shout out to Underdog. Underdog. Make sure to download the app, guys. You're going to have a lot of fun. Have some fun this weekend with the NBA Cup, the NFL. We got a lot of stuff going on this weekend in sports. But after last night's game, what I wanted to talk about with you guys is this: point guards. We're 22 games into the year. We're a quarter of the year in. And for everyone that's listening to this or viewing this here, I'd love to see your comments and see what you guys think about our point guard situation. Are you guys happy and content with the situation currently with not a true real point guard? I know that we're really happy with the Sen Hub offense. We saw a lot of it last night. But going into the playoffs, I would like to have your barometer of what you guys think about the point guard situation going for the rest of the year and going to the playoffs. Because in my opinion, I do have a lot of confidence in this team, but without a true point guard, when the pace slows down and you kind of need to pick up a little bit of pace during that with a little bit of speed and confidence and guys that can help run the offense when everything is just super slow, methodical, and everyone's just tired. I know that Sengun as the guy is wonderful, but for me, it feels like we might need a little help at that one position. I think that at the position, I think at that position, the Houston Rockets can use just a little bit more help. I know that we're stuck in terms of the salary cap situation. We are victims of everything that's going on right now. DFS hasn't played yet at this moment in time. Our point guards are just Reed Shepherd, Aaron Holiday, and to an extent, Amen Thompson. And we've seen how Amen has played, and I'm very happy with how he has played. But what I've noticed is that when the responsibility of running the offense isn't on him, he plays a lot better. His focus on defense is a lot better. He gets to move a lot more off the ball, and that's where I feel like a lot of his comfort is currently in year 3. And with Reed Shepherd in year 2, I know that there's a lot of hype behind Reed Shepherd, especially the way he's played. He's kind of taken a little bit of a back seat currently, but I think that he's still figuring things out. He had some really, really good games earlier this year, but recently he's kind of had to dial it back. He didn't have a great game against Dallas. He had a much better game against the LA Clippers. My bad, I couldn't even get it out. But going into the playoffs, I don't want to have to depend on Aaron Holiday giving us 12 to 15 minutes a game. That's where the trouble is. I know that it would be extremely hard to get a Chris Paul. I don't know how it can happen. I don't know if the guys would be willing to dip into the luxury tax. Not the guys, I mean like Tillman Fertitta and company, Raphael Stone, if they can even make a small trade. But to be honest, the only trade that can really make sense is if the Rockets were to trade Jeff Green, hypothetically, to the LA Clippers for Chris Paul. And honestly, that would be a vibe killer, if I'm going to be completely transparent. Like, I love the idea, theoretically, of trading Jeff Green for CP3. But Jeff Green is uncle. He's Big Papa for this team, and he is a vibes guy, and you need those guys in locker rooms. A vet that can hold these guys accountable, but also be the nice uncle. Chris Paul is like the cranky dad, the cranky second cousin that people probably don't like. And I love CP3. Let's not get it twisted. Former Houston Rocket, would love to see him end his career here. It was mentioned today that the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Houston Rockets were interested in bringing in Chris Paul this year. And I think that the Rockets could definitely use him. Whether it can actually happen, I have no clue. I'm not a salary cap guy. I'm not a salary cap master. Go hit up Beam a Thug for all your questions. Shout out to that guy. Love him. But if we could somehow find a way to bring in a Chris Paul to even give us like 15 minutes a game to help kind of settle these things down for the guys. In the playoffs, I feel like he'd be great. The only issue is his defense. He can't stay in front of guys as much anymore. His athleticism has pretty much left him. He can't get past anybody. But if there's anyone that can really help just run an offense with the help of guys like Sengun, can you imagine Chris Paul and Steven Adams running PNR again? I think they did it in OKC. Honestly, I do not remember. Don't mind me, guys. But what I'm saying is that Chris Paul with these bigs and the kind of weapons that the Houston Rockets have and the athleticism of the weapons, like an Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., you even got guys like Reed Shepard to an extent, athleticism-wise, right? Chris Paul could definitely help this team. And in my opinion, I don't think this team needs a major shakeup. What the team needs is a midseason acquisition to put them over the top. I know that we were saying like Kevin Durant was the Justin Verlander acquisition. Then what would be, CP3, Francisco Liriano? When we acquired him in 2017, he pitched one inning of relief in the World Series and no runs went on the board. Maybe that's the kind of thing that CP3 would be here for. But for me, I don't know. I'm just not completely confident right now. Granted, we're 22 games in. We'll check my pulse halfway through the year, maybe around the All-Star break. 22 games in, maybe at game 40, my opinion might change. Maybe we'll be more confident in Aaron Holiday. Maybe a miracle will happen. Who knows? Maybe Fred VanVleet will return. Just kidding. Don't get your hopes up, guys. Let's not do that. My man tore his ACL at 31 years old. That's very, very tough to come back from. But, anyways, I want to know what you guys think in regards to this point guard position because I just truly believe that the Houston Rockets can use just that kind of piece to help settle things. And I know that people are happy about Clint Capella and how he's played, and it's very crucial that we have him. But if we can somehow get a cheap piece and get another point guard in there and, trade Capella, I would hate to do it. I don't want to, but he's probably your best piece to deal. DFS is definitely staying as a high-end role player, and Okogie is performing with a minimum deal. So, I think right now it's just that we got everything that we need. It's just super difficult to find a point guard in the sense with the way that we are strapped salary cap-wise. But I'd like to believe in Raphael Stone. I like to believe in this organization. They're going to see things the next 20 games, and as we go into the trade deadline or into buyout season, there will be names that they will definitely keep an eye on, and I do believe that something will happen, and we're not going to stay pat. This team has a real shot this year. We just needed something to get just a little bit over that hump to where maybe we can really compete with OKC. We competed really well against OKC without Jalen Williams, but with Jalen Williams, I'm not completely confident. But I do believe that the Rockets have a shot this year. And if they have an opportunity to improve this team for this year and next year, doggone it, Raphael Stone, make it happen. We believe in you. But anyways, we're just going to do this as a quick episode because it's just me. I know you guys are just so happy to just listen to the GM over here. Yeah, I'm just kidding, guys. I know. I love you guys. Thank you so much to those that are viewing this today and listening to me rant and hear about how I feel about your 16-6 Houston Rockets. So, before we go, let me give another quick shout-out to J. Brown Barbecue. Shout-out to them. Minutes from Toyota Center. They got the best brisket, the most beautiful beer garden. They even have events going down. December 21st is their charity toy event. And a Houston Texans versus Las Vegas Raiders watch party. And I almost said Oakland. Don't mind me, guys. But make sure to go check them out. Make sure to make them your pregame destination before every single Houston Rockets game. And another shout out to Underdog. Make sure to use promo code SUMMIT to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code SUMMIT. Honestly, if you don't use that promo code, why would you turn down $100 free dollars? Honestly. And if you don't turn that down, you get that $100, you can turn that to 5,000 times your cash. I don't even have a calculator on me, but what's 5,000 times 100? I don't know. 500,000? Whoa. Crazy. Ain't it? Wild. That's what I'm saying, guys. You can turn this money you can be half a millionaire with these bonus entries. I'm telling you guys, make sure to go download the app Underdog. And make sure to go follow me on all social platforms at JP_Mirabueno. Make sure to follow the podcast, the podcast on Twitter at Summit, SOMPOD. And make sure to follow our social media company, our people, our brothers, our familia over here on all social platforms at Apollo HOU. And do not forget to give the finger poke of doom, boop, to that subscribe button on YouTube at Apollo HOU. I think we're at 16.2K subs currently. Let's get to 16.3K, guys. Come on. I want, slowly get 100 more. Can we do it? I think we can. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more episodes of the Summit, or if you want to go watch other sports, like our NBA podcast, Zero Gravity. We also got our Houston Texans podcast, Off the Gridiron. We got BTD, Beyond the Diamond, for everything Houston Astros. Make sure to go subscribe and get notifications for all of our podcasts. And if you are watching this, whether this releases tonight, December 12th, or tomorrow, December 13th, make sure to go to Pitch 25. Make sure. John Cena's final match, retiring from WWE forever. We got special guests like Zilla Fatu, Sherilyn Guerrero, Gino Medina, Ryan Davidson, all from Reality of Wrestling. Shout out to our good friends over at Row. Thank you so much for coming, and make sure to go to Pitch 25. The pre-show starts at 4:30ish. Not 100% sure. I think it's 4:30. I am not the commish. Make sure to, guys, go pull up, have fun. We'll have a John Cena costume contest, and then everything will lead up to that main event where it's John Cena versus Gunta. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening, tuning in, watching. If you made it to this far, kudos to you. I praise you. Thank you. So I don't even want to listen to myself talk that long, but if you guys can, thank you so much again. And we appreciate you over here at the Summit. So make sure to go hang out with us tomorrow night. Can't wait to see y'all, So we're going to say this, 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. Shout out to the boys. We'll see you soon.